Everybody have a pretty good Saturday? Still waiting on some cooler weather. I think we might have a while before we have any cool weather though. Hey Jamie, how you doing? Hey PA, appreciate you guys coming in. Hope you both are having a good weekend. Hey KW, how you doing? Hope you all having a good weekend. Ain't got much going on. It's been kind of a. We got home at a little after 2, and it's been kind of just a relaxing day. I was at the fire department most of the morning, helping them, so it's been kind of a tiring day. And we stayed the night with my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law last night. I was up until a little after 4, and then woke up at like 7 and slept until like 9:30, off and on. So it's been a tiring day. Work as always. Yeah. I know this heat that we have is. I'm about over it. To me the 4 coil doesn't really make it hit harder. Uh, I think it might make it a little bit quicker. A lot of people that use 4 coils say they like it because if the ground gets frozen, it will. Uh, the 4 coil helps it break through the ground. Stick your hand in one more. Yeah, I mean you're not gonna notice a difference really. The 4 coils are a little faster, and like I said, a lot of people say that it breaks through the dirt better, like if it's starting to freeze or whatever. But that's about the only difference that I've noticed with them. That's awesome, AKW. So you can never have too many traps, especially when you can always conveniently go pick them up. Faster than big traps and hold almost as good. Yeah. Loosen up your pans up a bit on the dogless because it's a bit tight on the latch. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Sometimes I do agree that the smaller traps are nice, but when it comes to coyotes and stuff, I like having that big pan. And that's why I really like using the 650s. Just because I like that big pan. I mean, there's not. When you're talking most of the traps, I don't feel like there's enough difference in the speed that's going to matter. especially when it comes to like coyotes. Now, when you're talking bobcats and stuff like that, that might come into play a little bit more because they are a little bit uh, quicker than a coyote, and um, I want to say a little bit more on edge than a coyote is a lot of times. Yeah, I've seen that. Coon Creek just popped up that he's live. He doesn't hardly ever go live either. You okay? You okay? You gonna make it? You choking? No, no, leave it. Yeah, it's mama's. Leave it alone. Yeah, just leave it there. I'm on a mission to find a trap that hits so much. Oh, that's not good.
Go pick up all that water. You want some deodorant?
Having stuff stolen's never good.
Well, throw them up.
I appreciate it, PA. And say, I mean, I go live all the time. He don't ever go live, so I mean, it doesn't really bother me if people go watch it.
Spray good?
Would you use 650s on mine now? Yeah. Yeah,
No, you don't need that.
I like the 650s for sure. I know there's quite a few places that can't use them. Yeah, Duke only makes the, well, I guess on the dog list they only make offset. All my number 2 Dukes are offsets, or dogless traps. Huh?
This one more. Did you bring my other pop over here?
It's right here.
Where's yours?
She coming here coughing like crazy. Is there 6 in there or 4? There's 8 of them. It should last us like a year. I'm probably gonna put like 2 of them up there. I'll probably just leave them. You're not gonna fit 3 cases up there.
You need that big box.
Huh?
You need that big box over there?
No, there's nothing in it.
No, I didn't want your son.
There's 3 boxes up there, there's nothing in it. These probably be small box. I was thinking use I don't have time to make my other hot sauce shit. What you're saying? Yeah. At home with this. That's crazy. Yeah, just throw any box away. I don't care about any of them.
Yeah, why are you not doing what I asked you to do?
Yeah, it's always different. I mean, animals are hard to pattern sometimes when you're talking about the summer and then the fall and winter because they're just gonna run differently. Because once you start getting to the end of fall and beginning of winter, a lot of them are starting to get into like their mating season and stuff. So they're gonna run bigger areas and just a lot different in general than they are in the summer. Douglas Bridges, 3 are all offsets. Yeah.
Make sure there's no hole in that one. That one has no hole.
We'll just open it and see if there's an egg in it.
No, that's Travis's.
Open it. There's an egg. Just don't look. Oh, you let's make some more together. You're saying that yeah. Yeah, I watched some of that. How you doing, dear Slayer? I was watching some of that earlier and then I just started cooking dinner. Just ate buying Douglas. Yeah, I get it. I mean, PA, you use what you like. And yeah, I can get most any traps. I can get MB, Bridgers, Duke, Belial. I mean, the list goes on. Victor, Sleepy Creek. RBG, no BS. I mean, I can get pretty much any of them. So has anybody got plans for their Sunday tomorrow? Jesus. At our the sub we went to at the fire station had cases of rotini. 8 of these 1-pound boxes for $1.50. So we bought 3 cases of them. What all traps you have and stuff.
Kenzie, give me that box of noodles. Pretty please.
You take that to Mama? Thank you. Like I said, I mean, I can get mostly anything. There's so many traps that you can consider a coyote trap. I mean, there's people that use 1.75s all the way to number 3. So, and there's even a few people that still use 1.5s or double long springs, or I mean, whatever you want. Gonna get the traps dyed finally. That's good. I'll probably be a one of those last minute things this year. Yeah. That's how I am a lot of times. It's kind of a last minute, a week before season starts. Huh? Let me fix it? It needs to go right here. This needs to go right there. Are you gonna get them dyed this weekend? And I'm still hoping I'm able to get at least a dozen or 2 more traps before season starts. But I don't know if that'll happen. Yeah, strawberry. Yeah, we don't have no more. Well, I know, she's just talking strawberries. You can have one in the morning. Is that what you want for breakfast? Tomorrow morning you can have one for breakfast. Yeah. It's all gone. All gone. Yeah, all gone. Yeah, trash. Paint ours for water trapping. Yeah. I spray paint all my dog proofs, but I think I'm just gonna go back to all my footholds, just dyeing them in the logwood dye. Everything I've tried, that's kind of what I like best on my footholds, so it's probably what I'm gonna go back to. That's awesome, AKW.
Honey.
Definitely be a lot of work.
Dumpster?
Yeah, I get that, PA. Yeah, I can get the Duke number 2s and the Bridger number 2s.
Yeah, we're gonna take it to the dumpster.
Whether you want closed, offset, modified, dog on, dogless.
Have I asked you to?
Alright.
Thank
You
you.
email me whatever you want. I can
Okay, do one at a time.
get you fixed up.
Take Daddy's
Cause
and then
there's
come
some
back
of
to
those I
Mommy's.
don't carry on the website anymore. I know I took all the MBs off the website.
Okay, take one.
I took all the Bridgers off the
Take
website.
Daddy's pillow.
I can still get
So put it on
anything, but there's a lot of the stuff that I quit getting in stock. I quit carrying the inventory simply because I didn't hardly sell very much. So, but I can still get it.
Okay, take them.
Yeah, Bridger makes a number 2 and a number 3 dogless. Yeah, I had to like wrestle her to get that from me.
What?
But no. Because it was right there and I looked over there and she's holding it like this, going like this.
Why are you teaching her bad habits?
That's all you. You're the one that always leaves it there.
Thank you, honey.
But, and I'm not a huge fan of the Bridger number 2 dogless. The number 3 dogless are nice, but the number 2s,
Daddy will take it out tomorrow.
I've heard from a lot of people that's had the same problems I did with all the ones I had.
Oh, baby.
They're just a little stiff to set sometimes. It's like they didn't get everything quite the way it needed to be, but they just went ahead with it. So it's like when you're pushing the levers down, it's like you got to push the levers down and then push up and then back down to get it to go over the eyes of the jaws. One-headed setter for Duke 850. I know Kendall with no BS.
You're fine.
Kendall Overmar. His might possibly work. He's got a one-headed setter. Yeah, we bought a lot of pasta today. Plus, we got a 24-pound case of linguine noodles for $2. I was thinking the church should buy a bunch of this for the pantry.
I'm just gonna get it for spaghetti noodles.
Well, I know, but I'm saying the church should buy this for the pantry. I mean, they could buy 3 or 4 cases and then just every time somebody gets something, just throw in the unit. Because it's, I mean, $10 they could have 5 cases. And it'd last them a while.
I'll let them know.
I'm gonna probably go home. What you buy it for? That's awesome, PA. Yeah, I used to run a lot of Bridgers, and I ran about quite a few Bridgers last year, but I sold all those to my brother, and I'm gonna be getting some more Duke 650s because
No, leave that alone, honey.
that's just what I've come to like more, and I want to transition into those. But I'm also wanting to try the no BS traps this year. I worked with a trap last year, no idea where it was.
It's raw noodles. Raw noodles.
It happens, AKW. It happens to everybody. Anybody that traps has accidentally got their hand in one at some point in time. I did it at least 3 times last year. A lot of times it's when I was filming and I'd kind of just get ahead of myself. I'll use 50, stick 6.5 outside the door.
Walmart. I'm gonna get some cinnamon sticks.
Yeah. Okay. So the 650 is 6.75. Although you could use a Duke number 4. Oh. Listen, you ain't gonna put it all up there. A lot of it probably just put in the computer room.
I'm gonna put all of it up.
Yeah,
on top shelf.
the Duke number 4 is 6.5-inch spread. So I know there's quite a few people that use the Duke number 4s for beaver.
I'm just gonna put it up in the corner. That way, it moves the roaming.
Yeah, here in Missouri, we don't have any foothold restriction sizes, just on the conibears for dry land. That sucks, Judith and Dan. Definitely happens. There's most of the time I can get it right off, but yeah, it's definitely easy to get stuck in one. Just- Ordered a dozen of them and you spend on F&T. I don't blame you there. What do you mean by skinwalker? I'm not sure what you mean by that. No, no. I don't personally believe in that stuff. I know once upon a time there was certain things like that, but I don't know. I think there's a possibility because they have been before. It says in the Bible there was things like that, but um, today I'm not necessarily. I don't think there is anything like that. But then again, there's a lot of stuff we'll never know.
You wanna use this for packing?
No, it's not worth it. It'll just sit in the way forever before I ever use it. I still got like 30 or 40 cases of those.
Yeah. I wanna get one more
One.
for. Oh, technically I just need one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's everybody got planned for this coming week?
Oh, no, I need two.
I'm gonna be trying to get some more baits and stuff done.
I need one for Oakley and
Okay, then. Yeah, you never know. There's things are weird sometimes. Huh? But no, I'm hoping our weather this week is a little better than it has been, but I don't think it's going to be. We've been anywhere from 102 to 110 a lot this year, and it's kind of getting old. Our AC in the house don't work, so yesterday it was 90 in our house. Yeah, people go everywhere they're not supposed to. talk to a farmer, they can always tell you. People are always driving down fences and gates and doing donuts in fields and all kinds of stuff. Some people just don't have any respect for anything. But yeah. Judith and Dan, have you been doing any more nuisance work here lately? We have 4 window units in our house right now.
I'll try the linguinis.
I think they were $2 a case, and the others are $1.50. But the linguini come with 24 pounds. And the rotini comes with 8 pounds. Did Connie ever miss you that?
No, I sent it to Ivy and she said that sorry they couldn't make it, that they were down at camp getting it ready for a wedding. And then they had the wedding tonight. How much in the cleaning?
24. There's 24 1-pound packages. Make it heavy.
Rotini. 8. How much is in the rotini?
8.
8 pounds.
And the 8 1-pound boxes. Yeah, we definitely have a drought going on here. It's so dry outside that our dirt's either turning to powder or concrete. That's strange, AKW. Uh-oh. What's wrong?
Must have fell asleep.
Is she? Did she finish her pop?
You want to go to bed?
But yeah. Anyway.
You want to go to bed?
Got a double snotty. Yeah, that definitely happens too. Or I have a squirrel run up right beside it, up on the tree, and pee all over it. Crazy stuff. Right. Yeah. If you have cameras out long enough, you'll definitely get some crazy pictures. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's always something going on here. Always something. But about every night there's something crazy going on. Luckily, most of it's not in my area, so I don't have to go deal with it. Every now and then there's some weird stuff going on here, like last week there was a lady at Walmart drunk in the parking lot. There was peeing in the parking lot and stuff like that. It's just
Stay
crazy.
awake a little bit longer?
Hey, she wants to go to bed. Come sit with Daddy. Yeah, there's a lot of things that ain't supposed to be my area that we've seen. Mountain lions is definitely one of them. There's more than one of them around here too. Anything from cat tracks being, 4 or 5 inches wide to uh, seeing them. We had a trail camera picture of one before. I don't know if my brother still has that picture or not.
That last cry, she wanted you
Come here, honey.
to walk back there.
Come sit. Hey, come here. You want to see? You want to see? Come here. Come look. Come here. Come look. Why? Oh, you see me on Mama's phone? Hey, come here. Look. Come look here and you'll be able to see yourself. Come look here and you can see yourself. Look. Can you see yourself? Can you see yourself? Love you, honey. Yeah, Mama can see you on her phone now. Hey, show your phone over here. You can see it. You see? You see yourself? You see, look.
Wave.
Wave. Say hi. Got one on camera 2 seasons ago. Look up upside. German Shepherd. Yeah, that's the one we got a picture of. The game warden was trying to tell us, oh, that's a wild pig. It's like, its tail comes down, almost hits the ground, and then comes back up. It's like, that's not a pig. Oh, we're always... Wow. Yeah. I love you, honey. Aww. At least they're not waiting until, 5 minutes before you get home. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's some people that live not too far from me that a couple years ago they had like 5 goats, and 3 of them were dead one morning, and they all 3 had bite marks on their heads, and the top marks was like 2 like fang puncture marks that were like 5 inches apart. They're like, yeah, there's only one thing that we know that could have got hurt. Like, yeah. Yeah, the one we had a picture of was brown.
It's not nice to hit.
Careful.
Did you hear me? It's not nice to hit.
Mackenzie, do you want a muffin for breakfast? Muffin?
Let me wipe those kisses marks off you.
I want to see one of those. Because I thought those were shea butter wipes, like makeup wipes or something, like moisturizer.
They're antibacterial wipes.
I know, I swear when I seen them before, they were moisturizing wipes. No, it's the moisturizing wipes. Does that know what it says?
Moisturizing hand sanitized wipes.
Hmm. Yeah. My brother seen one of them a while back. He drove up a hill into one of our old fields, and he seen one standing there. And it was about 200 yards to the tree line. And he said he watched it run all the way across the field in less than like 5 seconds. And he said it wasn't going up and down, it was staying flat the whole time it was running. It's like, yeah. That was $5 for a case. Smell it burn your nostrils. Her tongue burns because she licked it. Spicy?
You want chocolate or strawberry?
Strawberry. Spicy? Spicy.
Chocolate or what?
Spicy.
Chocolate or strawberry?
That's why you shouldn't have licked it, honey. The brown one became. Yeah, there's black panthers a lot of places. Yeah, but when you see something like that, it's definitely going to see you first, and it's not going to wait around to see what you do. It's just going to leave. One of my friends almost shot one here like 30 years ago, but as soon as he hit the safety, it hurt him, and he didn't even look. He just took off. They're definitely different. Mountain lions, cougars. Mountain lions. There's not many. I mean, there's not enough that you see them very often, or ever. I've sold some number 2 bridgers, not many. Honestly, my top selling traps that I sell are by far, I would say, the Duke 550 and then the Duke number 2 dogless. Those are by far my 2 top sellers. And then when it comes to dog proofs, since I've been doing it, Bridgers and Dukes are definitely been the top sellers. I probably still sell more in Bridger dog proofs than I do Dukes now. Surprisingly. He was watching 20 minutes behind. No. That's crazy. That's the thing. I mean, just because you haven't seen something before, doesn't mean it's not in your area. Yeah.
You ready for
That's
bed?
for sure. And say we're starting to get a decent amount of black bear here. I don't know. Is she? No. Is she going to bed? Ask her if she wants to go to bed or if she wants to wait for a muffin. But yeah. See, I don't deer hunt much anymore. When we lost our farm, I quit doing a whole lot of stuff. I mean, we don't even really have a place to just go shoot guns anymore. There's too many houses now. My dirt road that I live on is just growing up like crazy. Catch it by the tail. Uh, the bear traps they use a lot now are almost like dog proofs. It's a pipe with a cable. Oh, honey, I love you. Are you going to bed? Yeah. Love you. Are you going to bed? You gotta stay up for a muffin. No, you don't need Band-Aid. You tired? You need to tell everybody bye?
Bye.
Say bye.
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 Say good night.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. I love you. Give a kiss. No, give a kiss. That's my eye. Yeah. Good night. Give me a big hug. Have a good night, honey. Lake snare, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people have caught bears. Number two is you're gonna probably more than likely just catch the cubs with a trap that small. It's kind of like cows. You won't really catch a full-grown cow, but you'll catch a calf. I've caught a calf. 4 miles where you live. Yeah, used to be that way. Used to there was. We live on a dirt road that's 2, 3, under, in between 3.5 and 4 miles long. We live right in the middle of the dirt road, and say probably 15 years ago there was maybe 20 houses. Now there's probably at least 60 because everybody keeps selling off. 150 pounds or more. Yeah, but I mean, 150 pounds is still kind of a small bear. I mean, a good bear is, 400 plus. 350 plus is, a good bear. Yeah. I don't know, a lot of people have caught bears. 250-pound breakaway, turn something loose and horse. Maybe they were just super muscular. Could it have been a alligator? It's when the city starts leaking into the country. My problem is I live about 20 minutes from Walmart home office, and there's a bunch of other companies, major companies around here, like Simmons Foods, Tyson's Foods, JB Hunt, Lazy Boy Furniture. I mean, I could go on for 20 minutes, and they're all within, 45 minutes from me. So they're starting to run out of places for people to live and stuff. So people are starting to buy land up and build houses. They'll buy 100 acres and build, 30 houses and then sell them all. So that's just what it is around here. Depends on how hairy he is. Hey, Flintlock, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. One small minutes, yeah. Give me a gator. We got a few 10-footers around. Sweet. So we don't have any gators here. I know southern Arkansas does. That's probably the closest ones to us. I know a lot of times releasing a bobcat can be a little more nerve-wracking than a bear. I don't know. I've never released either, but yeah, KW, you never know. I mean, there'll still be country around. There'll always be country left. It might not be where, you want it to be, but there'll always be country. That's awesome, Jamie. Awesome. Yeah, I watched that video a little earlier. So we didn't get home until a little after 2, and I was exhausted. And I didn't really do anything for a little while. Hey, Otter Cat, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. So has anybody been doing any nuisance trapping? Any groundhogs or squirrels? Skunks? Skunks would be out like crazy right now. I've had last week and a half, I've probably had at least 3 people ask me if, or ask me what the best way to trap a groundhog or a skunk is, because they're having problems. I was just telling them, the trap. Get you a live trap or whatever. AKW, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. I hope he heals pretty quick after that. Nuisance trapping some neighbors' kitties. Yeah. Making some teriyaki kitty cat. That's not good, AKW. Hopefully they figure out what's wrong with him. Been in the garage all day, tuning up your 1.5s. Awesome. Enjoy the name. Couple groundhogs, no video, 300 Win Mag. I got 300 Win Mag.
Nice, County. I believe I'll be on scene. You can hold the bed until ready for service.
Haven't shot much with it. I shot 1 deer with it, and I think that's all I've shot with it. Get the other going. Yeah, see, the problem, like, I've talked to a lot of people. Once people notice beaver problem, the beaver a lot of times have already left. I've talked to a lot of people that do beaver trapping or nuisance jobs and stuff like that for beaver. And a lot of times people will notice them somewhere that they don't go very often, and they'll notice like a dam and some trees that have been chewed up. Well, their beaver's probably already gone by then. I was talking to our conservation agent, and that's what he said. He said usually by the time people notice there's beaver problem, the beavers have already moved on. 270 is a good way to trap a groundhog. Yeah. I can't bait already. Down, but yeah, PA definitely. Flintlock has mink fever. Don't doubt it. Coon traps from one neighbor's house. Coons haven't caught any in a couple weeks. I think. Yeah, I mean, I'd say probably. If anything, you pull them and give it a bit and then try it again. Because usually if you have coons in an area, uh, more than likely they're just going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. Oh yeah, we have lots of armadillos here. We've turned quite a few armadillos into vapor here too. All two coil, night latching them, getting them level, swearing up the dog, only 3 dozen left to go. I think they have mink fever. So how many 1.5s do you have, Flintlock? Trying to win mag, it looked like someone skinned a football. Yeah. I know I shot an armadillo a few years back with my 7 mag, and it blew probably at least a 4-inch chunk right in the middle of him gone. So there was like his butt in and his head in there. Everything else was just vaporized and gone. October 23rd, first day here. Sweet. We don't start coyote and bobcat until November 15th, but we have a raccoon, possum, and skunk season in September. An early one. I get that. Central Illinois. So do you trap a lot of muskrats then? Or do you have muskrats there? Rooter to tutor. Yeah. The other way around, that's called the Texas hard shot. Mm. So I think the biggest rifle I have is a 300 Win Mag. I have a 300 Win Mag and I have a 7 Mag. But my biggest, I don't know, it depends on how you look at it, whether it's a 300 Win Mag or it's the 44 Mag. Because I have a 44 Mag lever action. It's technically bigger, but it's smaller at the same time. It's a bigger bullet, but smaller everything else. Yeah. Probably. I know 1.5s are great for blind setting trails. That's what I use most of my 1.5s for. Catch actually a lot of my blind setting trails, I catch a lot of my possums.
It's kind of a different story. Possible, maybe 96 inches. You might have one to start this way. Not a priority for now.
So I'd like to grab me up another at least a dozen traps before season starts. But we'll see if that happens. I'm wanting to try some no BS. I want to get some no BS extremes. But we'll see how it goes with that. I have like 2 dozen dog-proof traps. I got plenty of those. I got probably 15 or 16 1.5s. Something like that. I don't have a ton of traps. I need to get more, but it all depends on how big a property I get to trap. How many different properties I get. This kid, all I had was 1.5s. Yeah, Flintlock, I had a trap this year that a coyote popped one of the jaws out and got away. That kind of made me upset because it was my first ever double. And I got to the first one, I dispatched him. And I was going to the second one. And as I was pulling up to the trap, he pulled out and ran off. And it's like, really? It's like, that sucks. Yeah, the no BS traps are tanks. They're heavy, that's for sure. I've messed with them. I've never put one in dirt and actually trapped with it. So I'm hoping to get some this year to try. So we'll see how it goes. That and I do like the dogless system. So we'll see. Set heavy for beaver and otter. That's awesome. Might as well, as far as fur and everything else goes, I think this coming year, I think beaver's going to be one of your best bets. I don't think it's going to be a high market, but I think it'll be a somewhat okay market. I don't even know if it'll be decent, but I think it'll be somewhat okay. But then, once you're talking tails and meat and castor and all that other, I think beaver's probably the best thing to target right now if you're trying to, trap for money. I like round pan and round jaws. It's one of the best designs I can have to beat. Yeah, like ZPA, there's lots of different traps for a reason because most everybody likes something different. Just one of those things. There could be something that I love and like, and the next 3 people will probably hate it. Just one of those things. I always tell people what I prefer. They always ask me what I prefer to use, what trap I like, and I'll tell them what, my number one that I like is, but just because it's the one I like doesn't mean it's the one that you're going to like. So, I'm experimenting with cheap traps because an expensive trap at 15 ain't working so. Yeah. There's a lot of cheaper traps out there. I mean, Dukes are really, for the price and everything else, is probably one of the best traps out there because you get a decent trap that's going to last you a little while at a very reasonable price, or you can step up and get a trap that's going to last you a lot longer and cost you a little bit more. Or there's traps that are super, super cheap, but might only last you a couple years. So, I mean, it really just all depends on what you want to do. I think 4 coils on the Duke number 3. I'm probably going to order more of them. It's one of my favorite traps, easy to bend. I've heard from a lot of people say that they like the Duke number 3. And that's one thing I've noticed about the Duke 650 is it's super easy to bed. Like every time I bed one, I'll knock my bed out, and 9 times out of 10, it's perfect. I don't have to chip away on any corners or anything. It just sits in there solid, perfect, and it's like, I love how easy this is. And that's another thing with like the bridgers. I never could get the anchors to lay very well underneath the trap. Like the swivel and stuff would never want to lay right. and that always kind of frustrated me a little bit on the number twos. Skull, fur, tail, meat, bounty. Yep. We don't get a bounty here, but anything else? Oh yeah, all trap prices are going up. All of them are going to go up. They've all went up a little already, and they're all getting ready to go back up. All prices are going to go up. Just the way it is. I mean, a lot of them are going to hold off as long as they can, but it's inevitable. I mean, if it's going to cost you 30-40% more to make, I mean, you got to charge more, or I mean, it's just not making any money doing it. So, I mean, everything's going to go up. I think a lot of it you'll see right after the NTA. I think a lot of it, when the NTA is over, I think you're going to see a lot of prices start to increase. That's just kind of what my thoughts are. So, I mean, if it was me, I'd be trying to kind of get what you needed before the NTA. If you can make the NTA, go there and get what you need. But I have a feeling a lot of prices are going to go up after the NTA. I know A&J skinning machines, his prices are going up after the NTA. No BS, all their prices are going up after the NTA. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other companies that are going to follow that. Had a 175 Bridge of 2 cool, home the first guy, 30 pound female. I think much bigger trap. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Use what you like. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I've caught coyotes and bobcats and 1 3/4, 1.65s. So everybody likes something different. A lot of people would prefer to use a long spring over anything else. And a lot of people don't ever want to touch a long spring. Mostly number 2, but I'm going to get a few more number 3 also. And galvanized already, won't rust, paint, and go. That's crazy. Like them little traps. Yeah, I got some 1.5 bridgers that I like. A lot of things have went up. A lot of your bridger traps from, I want to say, around November, December. A lot of your bridger traps went up about $20 a dozen. Your MBs went up about $15-20 a dozen. A lot of your dog proofs jumped from 125 and 130 to 140. So, I mean, a lot of the traps went up at the end of last year, and they're all going to go up again. The TS85s went up $30 a dozen, and they're going to be going up again. Which, you know, cats, they're the ones that make the TS85. So, that's just one of those things, you know, when it costs more to make it, costs more to have the supplies arrive to you, and it costs more to ship the product somewhere. I mean, it's just, when all the cost goes up, the price has to go up. Love long springs, so yeah, Articat, I think everybody knows you like them. Time with night latch. Those like small coyote traps, stuff like that. Yeah. What a few more number 4 bridges. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, every product out there exists for a reason. Not because there's people that like to use it. Even, you know, if the majority of the people don't like it, there's still enough people out there that like it that they keep making it. So 2 dozen number one Sleepy Creek Long Spring and Dorito. I have rats that are just hanging there. Yeah, I get that. Probably make you a trade with somebody. If you go to a convention, just take them with you, and I'm sure you can sell them or trade them there. Like a bigger trap, 1, 2, 3, so there's a chance to catch a cat. Yeah, I definitely like the number 3 Bridgers or the Duke 650s for cats, and I like it for coyotes. For fox, I do want to say I like the number 2 size trap for fox. So if I'm making a fox specific set, I might throw in a number 2 or a 550. Just because I think that bigger trap is a little too much for a fox. But then again, on like the number 3s and 650s, I like having that bigger pan. So it's not so big that you have to worry about getting toe catches, but it's big enough that you don't have to get the coyote stepping here. He can step here. So you're going from number 2. A lot of your circle pans and stuff are like this, to number 3 or 650 or something like that, being that big. So you're like tripling your kill area. But like those expanded pans, in my opinion, I don't really care for them because I feel like that's when you're gonna start getting a lot of like your toe catches and missed catches and stuff like that. Because I mean, like if here's your trap and they barely put pressure here, it's gonna set that trap off. Well, their foot's gonna be, on the lever here, so that's just gonna kick their foot out of the trap. In my opinion, could be wrong. I know there's a lot of people that like the expanded pans. There's a lot of people that use shingles and stuff as like an expanded pan. So again, it's just personal preference. Got a beaver 3 days in a row. Same set and a budget 4 drowner. Long swing. That's awesome, PA. Glad to hear that. Wish they were number 11s. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for trapping season. That's for sure. That's why I like round pan, round jaw. Foot's almost always centered. Yeah. What are you making this thing?
I need to.
Yeah. So I'm one of those people that I don't require very much sleep every night. I can usually get by with anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, no problem. Most nights is probably closer to 5. But about once every 10 days, I have that night where I, will catch myself sleeping like 9 hours, 10 hours. And I feel like I have one of those days coming up here real soon. Give 180 for them. They are brand new. 9 ones. 150. $150 for 2 dozen. That's not. I mean, that's pretty good. So, Articat, didn't you say you were going to try to get some mink this year? Flintlock, yeah. It's awesome. That's one thing I need to do is get out in the shop and get some work done. But God, it's been so hot. Although at the fireman's sale today, I did get a pretty nice fan. So that should help it. I have a couple of fans out there now, but they're uh, They're kind of more of like an in-house type fan where they blow a little air but not much. But this one is a definitely a high RPM fan that will definitely move some air around. So I'm pretty excited. I'll probably bring my other ones in the house if the wife wants them.
Wait, what?
So I reckon you got to now. uh, you never have to. If it doesn't Duke number ones, they seem a little weak for me. Really? I never mess with them. I know I've sold a lot of Bridger number ones to people wanting to trap squirrels and stuff like that.
Made route to Shaky Beach, 14332, State Highway 59. Make contact with Bradley. He stated there's a couple of individuals there down at the beach, maybe some minors that were assaulted by a couple people from Lazy Days. The suspects have already left, and they also declined medical because they are wanting to make a report. Got it.
That's not good. I regret all the traps and guns I've sold over the years. I always get seller's remorse. It happens.
Copy 2104.
I'm always like, a lot of times when it comes to guns, I try not to just sell them. I try, if I am not wanting a gun, I'll try to trade it for a gun I do want, or I'll sell it and then immediately go buy a gun that I wanted, or something like that. But there's been a few guns that I'm just like, I'm just gonna sell it, you know what I mean? And I've had a few guns that I've gotten, stupid good deals on that you just buy and flip, you know what I mean? So, I have quite a few guns that I've gotten really good deals on. Uh, I bought a 7mm Mauser at a pawn shop for $85 because it looked a little rough and they didn't think it shot. I was like, I'll give you $85 for it, I don't care. Brought it home, shoots fine. I'm like, well, there's a $180 gun for, $85. Oh, military 7mm Mauser. I bought a 270 that had the finger guard broke off of it. That was at a pawn shop. That had sat there for a very long time. That they could never sell. I mean, they'd had it for like a year. And when they first got it, they were wanting like $220 for it. A few months went by and they dropped it to 180. And then I went in there one day and they had 150 on it. I was like, man, you guys have had that gun for a long time. They're like, yeah. They're like, it's got a trigger guard broke off of it, so a lot of people don't want to buy it because it's, dangerous. There's safety issues. And I'm like, that's not really a big deal to me. I was like, you guys have had it for quite a while though. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, would you take $100 for it? And he's like, if you'll take it today, I'll take $100. I was like, sold. So I bought it for $100. Got home, ordered me a stock online for $100. So now I got a $400 gun and I have $200 in it. And it's a super nice stock. It's a wood stock with a thumb hole and everything. So it's pretty slick gun that I got, $200 in. So. To you, yes, I'll bring them to the NTA if you're coming. Blake and Lamb. We'll hold raccoons too. That's awesome. I've heard a lot of people saying they like the double jaws. I only have one double jaw trap, and that's a Duke 1.5 double jaw that my daughter got for free at the NTA last year. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna use that. Trigger guard's like $20. Yeah, well, this one was an all synthetic stock, so it was all one piece. So I just ordered me a custom stock for $100. Went bad.
38 fireworks, is that a flare?
Yeah, I won't be at the NTA.
I believe that one. Fireworks are up on the back. Okay. What's today's date?
Oh shit, my fireworks.
Somebody's doing something with fireworks. Yeah, Boyd stock.
They keep that up there, liable to set my Christmas decorations on fire.
That's like the lamest joke I've ever heard. Oh, is that for camp?
This?
Yeah.
No, that's for the coats.
Oh. You didn't take it?
I didn't know we were staying the night at Beeves. I had it on the table.
Blame me. 4-hour drive one way, but I'm going. It's 11.5 hours one way for us. Yeah, it hurts to think about selling guns. I have a lot of guns though. A lot of the guns that I've just sold is when I have when I had the 330-06s. I was like, I'll just sell one. Like, I don't need 3 of them. So 8.5 hours. Dang, maybe I'll take the street drive. Get you one of those carts to put on the side of it. Or actually, they make those little luggage trailers for motorcycles you can get. Yeah, I'm not. We'll probably. The way it's looking, I don't think we're going to make any conventions this year, other than Missouri. And honestly, it might be a little iffy.
County, code 4, I've got 6 around when you're ready.
6. I'm not listening to that of you. I'm gonna run 6 plates. But it's probably the ones that are doing the fireworks. They're gonna run the plates and then go talk to them. Probably at a campground. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for trapping season to start back up. That's one thing that I'm excited about. We got that raccoon skunk possum season in September. Maybe that'll help scratch the itch a little bit. Go out there with some bunch of dog proofs and just set them out. Thinking about getting some 155s to set some bucket sets for skunk. I thought about doing 120s, but because a lot of people I know that do skunk use 120s, but figured if I have 155, that'd also be big enough if a coon tries to sneak its head in there. And 155 is the largest conibear we can use in Missouri on dry land, so there's a few new things I'm thinking about messing with this year. I'm thinking about trying a couple cable restraint traps, or traps, a couple cable restraints, trying some out and seeing if I like those. There's a piece of property that I'm going to try to get that always has tons of coyotes running through it and is always grown up with grass that's, at least 2 feet tall. So I think it'd be a good place to set cable restraints. It's a probably a good 6 to 8 acre field. Have some Martin boxes for just 120s that work great on skunk and me. Awesome. So I know a lot of people use the 120s, and I thought about just getting the 120s, but then again, if coon decides to shove his head in there, I want to be able to pop him too. However, the new gun bill the president signed into law will now be illegal for any and all private sales. You have to go to interests. Yeah, but flintlockers think. I mean, how are they gonna know? I mean, you know how many guns I've had that I've bought from buddies that bought from a buddy that bought from a buddy that bought from a buddy. I mean, they ain't gonna know. It's it's one of those things. No matter what laws they think they need to put in place, uh, for one, they're unconstitutional laws. Two, the state I'm in, Missouri, passed a law. Let's say last year, the year before, that they will no longer recognize any national, federal laws when it comes to the Second Amendment or firearms. Uh, Three, they're never going to stop the criminals from buying guns. So, what good does it do to try to keep me from buying a 22 from my buddy? You know what I mean? They're all dumb. Most of the people that make them laws have never even seen a gun in real life. So, they're all just useless pencil pushers that get paid lots of money to play with paper. That's all it is. Killed a 20-pound raccoon in 120. Thought I was going to break the trap trying to get him out. Yeah. Like I said, the 155 is the largest we can use in Missouri on dry land. So that's why I think I'm going to go that route. Scored a deer antler that I found, I think it was last year. Found out that if both sides are about the same, he's almost 200 too. That's awesome. My brother shot a deer 2018. The season of 2018. That was 190, I think it was 198 and 7/8. If I remember right. Double drop time, big old buck. Yeah. That's the thing, they never stop passing laws, and they'll always be trying to get them to go. It's just like, I mean, they're always trying to come up with new, in their mind, slick ways to push gun laws through that are going to hurt people, and it's like, good luck, you know what I mean? Because if it ever truly comes down to it, they're going to have a fight on their hands that I don't think they can withstand. Because a lot of the people that they would depend on to be on their side are also gun-bearing people that also don't want to lose their rights. So, it's not like back in the Civil War, you know, when most of the people really didn't even know what was going on. They just knew that, you know, people are in my town shooting, I'm going to shoot back. You know, they didn't have 24/7 news on their phones, computers, TVs, newspapers coming in the mail. They didn't have all that stuff back then. I mean, nowadays, if the president says something, within 30 minutes, you know, everybody in the world could have heard what he said. Back in the day, you know, that was 2 weeks before most people heard what was going on. Because this person had to get a letter and deliver it to this person, and this person, like, it's totally different now. So I think now, and especially with all the other extra BS that's going on, there's a lot of people that are just fed up with it. I think in the next 6 months is going to be interesting. That's pretty much all I got to say. If you sell it for profit. Yeah, if you sell anything for profit, you can only do, like, as far as cars, guns, anything like that. If you sell any for profit, if you sell so many, you're supposed to have a business license. And most of those things like that, to have a business license, you have to have a special license. Yeah, 2020, that dog found, we just found out. That's awesome, AKW. So I used to be a big deer hunter, and we used to manage our deer best we could, and you know, feed minerals, do food plots, all that stuff. But when we lost the farm, it just didn't even really feel like trying to find a place to do it, because it was like, crushed, I guess you could say. Childhood farm that you spent most of your life on is like that, gone. So,
That was mine.
good for you. Kenzie's got a kite somewhere if you want to go fly it. That was one of my dad's favorite things. Just go fly a kite. Has anybody heard from Scab in a little while? I'll pass, but thanks for the offer. So it used to be, there was something about spending all summer working on your deer population and scouting your deer and watching them, and then actually going out in the woods in deer season and watching the deer that you've seen pictures of for 3 or 4 months, and to actually get to sit in your stand or your blind and watch them walk around. And I mean, it's just, there's something about that that's just awesome. It's not even trying to grow the big buck and go out and shoot them. Although that is awesome, but being able to just, have 3 spikes come into your camera, and they're in every night, and you can watch them, and then get to go sit and watch those same 3 spikes come out, and get to see the way that they act and walk around. And it's just, I mean, it's awesome to see something, and you immediately you recognize that deer, and it's just, there's something about that that's just, I don't know, it's awesome. But one of these days, hopefully I'll own my own land and I can get back to doing all that again. Because I mean, I used to be in the hunting industry, and I've got to talk to a lot of the main people, and I've learned a lot. I know a lot about hunting, a lot about it. But when we lost the farm, it kind of just took a lot of my passion away. But trapping is by far became my passion. I think I have more love and passion for trapping than I ever did for hunting. He was on Iowa's Live Thursday. Yeah, I was on Iowa's Live that night too. Last weekend. What? You lost one? Yeah. This year, shot your first crossbow gear that you get the shot on camera. Kill on camera, skips. Yeah. That's one thing about trying to video hunts is you will miss a lot of opportunities, and you'll have a lot of deer get away from you. There's been a few times me and my brother have had deer get away from us. I had a couple kills on camera, but used to have a YouTube channel, but I've gotten rid of all that, and now it's all focused on trapping. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the thing anymore. It's like I kind of just want to hunt for the meat, you know. Go shoot like 3 deer and be done for the year. Because I mean, there's something about going out hunting and just shooting some does and having meat. There's something else about going day after day after day after day after day, watching the same deer come through constantly, but waiting for that one and never knowing exactly when he might come out, and then getting to shoot him when he does come out. I mean, that's a whole nother experience. That's like putting a whole year's worth of work into one deer and then finally paying off. So, I mean, it's definitely not like trapping. Trapping is constant like that. You're constantly moving, constantly going, constantly getting, catches, whether it be a raccoon, a possum, coyote, whatever you got going on. Hunting's totally different. You might go a week without hardly seeing anything, let alone shooting anything, and you might even go a month, depending on, if you're bow hunting and stuff. There's been many times that, I've bow hunt, rifle hunt, muzzleloader hunt, and I'd go 3 months before I'd see something that I wanted to shoot, you know what I mean? So, thanks. Good thing you said shoot for me. Gotta send for dough, I think, Jalilo. Oh, really? That's crazy. So I got a Missouri, they have an app now on your phone. You just get on the app, you click on the tag you want, you pay for it. I get my trapping license, hunting license, fishing license, everything on that app now, and it automatically saves it to my phone. So I think that's pretty cool. Huh? She's screaming. I know I just heard her screaming. Is the camera not out here? Dad went 4 years to no deer. Yeah, there's been a time or two where I've went a year or two without shooting anything. But, now it's all about meat, so I don't really care. Beaver burger fell the freezer this morning, yeah. Definitely going to be keeping my Bobcat loin for any of those that I catch this year. But I think coyote is definitely out of the picture. I'm good on raccoon. So, yeah, I'll keep the Bobcat loin, but I think I'm passing everything else. I send in mail and don't always get them. Sometimes sold out. That's crazy. It's the craziest thing I've heard of. So here in rifle season we get $1.
10-20, both subjects valid, no warrant.
It used to be when I was a kid, you had an archery and a deer tag, which was buck tag, and you had your rifle and a deer tag, which was your buck tag. And then you could have unlimited doe tags in both seasons. You just had to pay for them. As long as you wanted to pay for them, you had them. Well, then the CWD hit hard, a few, 8 years ago probably, 10, something like that. And they went to 1 doe. Well, now they're back up to 2 does now, so. But then again, on your any deer buck tag, you can also use it for a doe, an antlerless deer. So, it's kind of what I do. I go out in rifle season now and just try to shoot 2 or 3 deer and be done with it. Not last year, but the year before I did it. I went out opening day. That morning I didn't see nothing. I went back out that evening and 3 deer came out and I shot 2 of them. And then This year, I went out a couple times with my brother. What?
She took her earring out. I can't find it.
Why'd you do that, honey?
Where is it?
Is it in bed or is it in the pack and play? Uh-oh. All farms trapped in Illinois, just fields and fenced rows, not really any woods for deer hunting. Something around the sand, how much I said. I get that. We got some public out here that
9 County, Marshall,
it's,
clear here.
it's like World War II. You go out there in rifle season. I mean, you can drive. One of the main highways goes right through the middle of the public land, and I mean, you'll see people standing in the ditches, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, and get in the woods, hunt. I don't know. Sometimes you go out to public land, you're kind of taking your life in your own hands. That's crazy. So here we can get, with a bow, we can get $1, unlimited does. With a rifle, it's $1, 2 does. So technically, we can get $2 and as many does as we want. If you bow hunt, which can be a bow or a crossbow in Missouri. Unless you want one, yeah. So we can do one with archery season and one with rifle season. But there's some states where you buy your tags and you get like 4, and you get to use them however you want. Here it's not that way. You find it? Is it in bed with a pack and play?
Get on his lap.
Come here, honey. Let's put your ear back in. Why'd you take your ear out? Huh? Why'd you take your ear out? Is that why she was screaming?
I don't know. Now she unplugged her nightlight and all that.
So it's been long enough that we can go to walk. Now it's not like before where you had like literally an hour. Yeah, you honey.
You need to leave those alone.
Don't mess up the ears, okay? You gotta leave your ears in. Aww. If you're not ready for bed, you don't have to go to bed, honey. You went to bed before your bedtime. No, that's not juice. That's not juice. Yeah, that's daddy's juice. This is daddy's juice for Coon. Coon. What do we do to Coon? Here. Kinsey, tell everybody, say, what do we do with the Coon? What do we do with Coon? You got hiccups? What do we do with Coon? Do we shoot? Yeah.
Hey, don't hit the phone.
No. Don't put anybody in timeout. What do we do with Coon? We shoot? Yeah. We shoot Coon, huh?
Yes.
Yes, we shoot Coon.
We shoot coon.
Shoot Coon.
What do No. What do we do to coyotes? What do we do to coyotes?
We shoot coyotes too?
Yes.
Or not yet?
What about skunks?
Do we give skunks hugs? Do you run up to a skunk and give it a big hug? A skunk is chewy. Yeah, a skunk is chewy.
Disgusting, that's right. Stinky.
$4, 4 does, plus 2 with bow. Awesome.
You ready for bed?
Kinsey, what is that? Is that cat? Cat.
Mommy.
And a horse. And a cat. And a zebra. And a unicorn. Yeah. Yeah. Lion. Rawr. Yeah. What's that? The cow,
Oh.
the pig, and a horse.
What does cows do?
What does the cow do? You can't click on it, honey.
Kenzie.
No.
Cow.
There's the skunk. And a chicken. And a panda bear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mama's making mess. What does a cow do?
Cheese. Cheese.
Mommy,
Cheese.
look, a deer. There's a deer.
Does a cow go moo?
Torn.
Yeah.
Torn.
Yeah.
Day.
That's cool, huh?
Two.
I love you, honey.
Mommy.
Aw.
Day.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's a pig. What does a pig do? What does a cow do? Moo.
There.
Hey, moo.
There.
Deer?
There. There. There.
Yeah, it's a deer. That's a deer.
Hurt.
Hurt. Deer hurt.
There. Hurt.
Did we shoot the deer?
No.
No.
Do we eat deer?
Deer not up.
So.
They're
No,
yummy.
I love you.
You ready for bed?
Look, ask Mama. Say, Mama, what did you do?
I'm making muffins.
Kenzie, there's a frog. Want to see a frog? Look. A frog and a rabbit and a beaver.
Bye. Ball.
Bunny, frog.
Red.
What do we do with the bunny? What do we do?
Bye.
We shoot bunny.
What do we do with the frog?
Triple.
We shoot
You
frogs.
shoot frog?
Six.
What do you do with the beaver?
Hey, let's get those boogers.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Bye.
Uh-oh.
Bye.
Hey, go find your juice. I love you. Go find your juice. Yeah, I think compound bows definitely have the let off, which is handy. And long bows are great. You got ball. That's awesome. But there's definitely a lot more skill that goes into a longbow than a compound. Because compound, I mean, you got sights on it, and I'm not gonna say most anybody that can use sights, but the majority of people can. But then with the longbow, I mean, that's something you have to shoot a lot to figure out. So it's definitely a whole lot more skill that goes into a longbow, but especially when you're hunting, compound is definitely a lot easier because you have a let off and you can shoot a lot farther. Hey Billingsley, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in.
I need to be back and around to that address, 3586 Beeman Hollow Road. They've got a female on 911, stated that her aunt is now going off on the uncle.
Copy, yes, ma'am.
Did you hear that?
Copy, 2136.
They had a domestic call and they just left. And I guess the uncle is starting in now, so they just called 911 again. So now instead of her husband or whatever, it's the uncle.
No, this is not pizza. This is muffins.
Shoot traditional archery tournaments and stop using training wheels. Yeah?
Yeah, they kill your siren.
Do you want one? What do you mean? It will be hot, but then it'll cool off. Yeah. Yeah. Yummy. It's not it's yummy. Yummy. Blueberry. Yeah, we got blueberry muffins. And you like blueberries.
Did you tell Daddy you picked wild blackberries yesterday?
You picked blackberries yesterday?
Yeah.
Were they yummy?
Yeah.
Where did we pick them at?
Us. Cheese.
At Papa's?
I know, at Jamie's.
At Jamie's?
Yeah. Daddy.
But, yeah, and like I said, uh,
Wee.
there's, when it comes to shooting a bow,
Wee.
there's different skills that go into all of them, whether it's longbow, recurve, crossbow, compound. They all take a different version or set of skills, I guess you'd call
Get
it.
out of whatever you're in.
We got a custom bow made by it's got it for
Get out of Daddy's bottles.
That's awesome. Grants, New Mexico. That's awesome, Flintlock. See, I've never shot very much longbow or anything like that. I have, but I've never shot much. I've mostly just shot compound bows. Bows made by Fred Bear. It's awesome. Can't even tell you. It's probably been 3 years since I've even shot my bow.
Dallas County 9, be advised, female just called back, stationed at the end has calmed down, and they have her back down.
Copy, County. I'm still going to respond and make contact.
Copy, I advise them that you may.
People are crazy.
They say he's still going out there.
Yeah, he's still gonna go make contact. Yeah, I'm saying shooting bows is fun and I enjoyed it, but I haven't in a long time. Said
You wanna go watch
I think last time I shot my
JJ?
bow was
Okay, where's
when
your
I
mouth?
had my
You need more milk?
outdoor store, which
Okay, put
I
that
believe
back
the
where you
last
found
time I shot it would have been 2019. And I had a brand new bow that I ain't used much. That I paid $1,000 for back, 4 years ago.
Huh? We can watch JJ. Mommy did give you that. Okay, put that back, honey. Let's go watch JJ.
I used to have an old compound bow. It was Indian.
Okay, let's go put your bed
I don't even really remember what I did with that bow.
Your old one?
No, before you.
Leave it.
It was an old Indian. It had a brass like coin in the grip of it with a big Indian head. It was almost like a reddish burgundy color. But I've had a few compounds over the years. Got a newer bear crossbow. Yeah, my wife has a what is it?
You are back on scene.
Set up, Harmony.
It's not a her crossbow isn't a bear.
Copy, 2142.
Can't think of the name of it. It's one of the cheaper ones we bought at Walmart, like been a while. Probably 8 years ago. Still works fine though. Still shoots. I haven't shot it in a while, you know. But said, I mean, we don't really have a place to hunt anymore, so I need to get my bow out and shoot it. I ain't shot it so long. Who knows? It probably needs new strings on it.
Where is it?
In my gun room.
Picture you.
Exactly what's that. Your crossbow's in there too. It was out in the shop, but I moved it inside. My bow was in the case. Worked the cell barn. Say, Bellingsy, you work the cell barn every Saturday, don't you? AutoCAD tears up everything. Barrett's Chronicle. Billingsley, was there any uh, new laws in Iowa trapping season that will help this year? Like, did they extend any of the numbers that you can catch, like on Bobcat or anything like that?
Yes.
Yes. Did you make them all?
No, it only made a can.
How many packs did you have? 3, 2.
Two.
2. With your thumbs like this.
Well, there was 3. 2. There was 3, but I had to throw one away.
Clearing and burning. Fun. Definitely don't want to be burning here right now. It's way too dry. Mid-April through October. Do they just do cattle, or do they do all kinds of livestock? That's what yours is. Yeah, I wonder. Hers is it? It isn't a bear. I can't remember what it is. It's all black. No changes here. We just had a the season extension in Missouri. Excalibur. I don't remember. I don't want to go lying to you, you know what I mean? I want to say maybe it was like a crosswind or something like that. Just moved cattle for the vet. Oh, sweet. So are you going to go digging tomorrow? Yeah, I can't remember what we paid. It was between $300 and $400. I think. I don't know, it's been so long ago. It was like 8 years ago. Who knows? It probably needs new strings too. Your crossbow. And that's one of those things that might be cheaper to just get a new one than it would put strings on it. I doubt it. Last time I checked, I think to buy a set of strings and have them put on was about $100. But my guy, he doesn't have a press for a crossbow. So I'd have to go somewhere else to do that, which I have another place I can go do that,
Delaware
but
County 9-7 status.
it is what it is.
Code 4, no father, get ready to clear.
Copy, 2147.
Appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I'm hoping weather is better this coming week, but I don't think it's going to be. Makes it hard to want to get out and do anything, that's for sure. when it's, 104, 108 outside. Awesome, Billingsley. Are most of the out-of-state licenses for trapping, are they kind of high, or are they not too bad?
I'm surprised we didn't get a call from that truck that crashed into Matthews. Kendra said it was early afternoon today.
Gotta get a new string in my compound bow, that's why I got a next bow. Yeah, I get that. It's a little squirrely. 250, 300, that's not awful. So when you go to other states trapping, do you just camp the whole time you're there, or what do you do? Go for the cats? And what do you do with like your catches? Do you just skin them there, right then and there, and freeze the hides, or what do you do? Like when you're out of state, what is your plan usually? What's your long lining days? Oh yeah, if you can get a paying gig, I'd definitely go do that. I don't know. I think this trapping season is going to be different in a lot of ways. I don't know. Gas prices the way they are, I don't know if I'll be able to hit it as hard as I did last year. I might have to try to find some closer places to trap. I don't know what all's going to end up happening.
9 County. Show us help clear the residents again within the call card open up. Still trying to make it back to get service to call you.
In a camp of some kind, skin at night, flush, start checking out. Yeah, I get that. And how long do you normally stay? Like, do you stay 2 weeks, 4, or does it all just depend on how many you catch while you're there or whatnot? It sounded like a radio, but it wasn't radio. Something on your phone.
I think their YouTube is like behind on everything.
Trapped in South Central Mississippi and Eastern Mississippi too. Awesome. Yeah. Little bicycle couldn't handle all my equipment, let alone all the animals I catch. So I got a friend that lives down in Mississippi. Two weeks, 30 days, spend there. Awesome. So, Billingsley, like, so if you're on a 30-day job, does your wife, does she ship your lures and stuff out for you if people want to order some? Or how does that work? Judith and Ann, do you do any live market stuff? Moving predators from hunting clubs. Sweet. A lot of those you can make decent money too. Heard some stories of people going like out Texas and stuff like that where they'll get on one of those deer farms or one of those, what do they call it? What do they call it? The farms. There's farms in Texas where they have like kudu and stuff like that, stuff from overseas. That they'll hire some top guy to come trap their coyotes and pay them, $2,500 a dog. That's a lot of money. Oh, so like if if you go to Mississippi for 30 days or something, if somebody wants to order lures from you, does your wife, will she do the shipping of those? Or do you people just wait till you get home? Anytime I trap in the southern waters, I always carry tourist judge unrelated with 14 bird shot on this place. Something like I get that. We got a lot of cottonmouths around here. Guess if I could take a trip to trap, it would be Texas for cats. Oregon would be awesome. They got a 4 cat limit now. $50 to $75 for fox coyote. Yeah, that'd be quite a bit. I mean, that would be like 100% more than I made last year. Or 1,000% more, probably. Wife and daughter shipped or something. That's awesome.
They're going.
Fun.
No, wait for that stupid fan to shut off.
What was it like? 6 of each then?
What do you mean?
You said you had 2 packs,
Yeah,
so 6 of each?
they're all the same.
Oh. And then mixed berry or whatever.
I had 3 packs of mixed berry and
And she went to bed, didn't she? So she only got one of them. Well, she's probably not asleep. Did you bring the camera out?
no, I didn't.
We all over that live market for sure? Yeah, that's for sure. I know a lot of people that trap live market and they're like, that's where it's at, you need to do it. I'm like, here in Missouri, I'm pretty sure you can't sell live market. A lot of states you're not supposed to transport live animals. $85 for coyotes here on the black market. I get that. It's not in here.
I know what's in there.
Because this is the charger for this blue box. See, most of my trapping is kind of for the management part and for the love of it. I mean, I'm definitely not out there for the money. Otter cat, yeah. Oh, I get that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I've always kind of wanted to.
This is super long.
Yeah, this is my one out of the bedroom. That's why.
Where's yours? No, this one's yours. Or this one mine?
I think that one's yours. Because mine's this thicker one. This is the one that was in the bedroom. I don't matter. Deal with it when we get to bed. Yeah, fractions. Yeah, I know a lot of people that had stretch and died coyotes this last year and couldn't even sell them. They were turned away. So, yeah. The only good goat in PA is a dead one here. But I wanted a fox pen, like, or not fox pen, but a coyote pen. Well, fox too, but to have, 6 or 7 of them to where I could collect the urine. But can't really do that here in Missouri. I wonder if you can do it in Arkansas. I don't know. Saw coyotes at our state sale of Philadelphia. Yeah. So I say there was a lot of people last year that, I mean, they were just lucky if they sold their coyotes, period. Personally, just scared to try to take a coyote, bobcat, or something in the trap. Yeah, you definitely need a catch pole. It's definitely a big difference. You have a catch pole. 75, I don't have to skin it, flush it, dry it, or worry about carcasses on the end. Yeah. That was sweet. Yeah. That's alright. I was talking to somebody that did a job down in Texas for one of those high fence farms, hunting farms. And he made 10 grand for 3 coyotes. Because they were having a very hard time killing the coyotes. So he went out there and they offered him 10 grand to catch the. They offered him $10,000 to catch the coyotes that were causing the problems, and there was 3 coyotes. So last night on my way home, the Red Cross. Huh, that's crazy, Jamie. Did you jump out and grab it? It's the cables and crawl under. AKW, not that I've ever heard of. I've never heard of anywhere where you can't use a catch pole. I mean, that's how you release the animals. I mean, that's what. I don't even see how that could be illegal. Period. That's how a lot of people get the dogs. Greg the other day on the way to the river fishing. Awesome. I don't see a lot of foxes here. Not. I mean, the only ones I've really ever seen here are the ones I've trapped. Few, yes, mostly 220. See, I wish we could use 220s here. AKW Billingsley would probably answer that question better than me, but I'm gonna have to say that I don't think any state would have that law. But then again, there's some states that have some very, very, very questionable laws, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was a state out there somewhere where you couldn't do it. Billingsley, do you know if there's a state out there that you can't use a catch pole on a bobcat? Had a sweet gig for Texas, all high fence, thousands of acres. Cats everywhere. I was surprised to catch a couple hundred coon too. All DPs on the deer fields. It's awesome, Flintlock. stopped and watched it for a few. Came out of the elementary school playground. It's crazy. That's the thing about around here. People always tell me I need to get more into nuisance trapping, and it's like I've kind of got into it a little bit, but uh, I just I don't know. There's just the people around here are kind of cheap. You know what I mean? People around here would rather waste 3 weeks trying to do it themselves than pay somebody $50 to do it. If that makes any sense. You can say, well, I mean, yeah, I could come out and I could get it, and you know, might take 2 nights, but you know, I could probably get it. And then they just kind of expect you to come do it for free. It's like, no, and they're like, well, I think I could do that myself. And it's like, well, have fun. Well, I'll just go to the store and buy me a live trap. I'm like, okay, you're gonna go buy a live trap at the store to trap one skunk or something instead of just paying somebody to come do it? No. Some people are weird. Trapped in 5 states and absolutely none ever, and no catch balls. That's in Georgia, you're required to have a catch ball. Yeah, because I mean that's what I don't get. Like, oh, I don't know. Southwest, for Texas rattlesnake capital of the world. When pulling town, there's a 50-foot statue of giant rattlesnake carrying a tourist judge with me avoided down there too. Oh, come on, Flintlock. They just want to be friends. They just want to cuddle. At a gig trapping beaver where they put us up in a rental property to catch beaver. It was sweet. That'd be awesome. Uh, yeah, I talked to Bluegrass just the other day in one of the lives. Repetitive shrubs next one. Yeah. Just gonna take a little off the top. I got a little 22 revolver that I carry birdshot in sometimes. I got it for my trapline gun, and I don't really like it too much. I like my little Mossberg semi-automatic 22 rifle better. It's short, it's light, and it holds like 14 22 shells, so you know, I don't have to reload it for a while, so kind of like it. Alright, Billingsley. Appreciate you coming in. Hope you have a good night. And I'll see you on the next one. Fox nailed him good, yeah. I think he said that that was the second time he'd been bit by a fox. Yeah, good luck on 2000 raccoon. Gallery again. Jesus, you old money bag. What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be in bed? I think you're supposed to be in bed. You're not ready for bed? What do you want? You want a muffin?
No, she's not.
What's that? That's your nose napkin. That's for your nose.
You need to go to bed, honey.
Go wipe Boo Boo's nose.
It's 10:07.
We gotta get up and go to church. You wanna go to church?
I don't know. No. Wipe
Kenzie.
yours.
You wanna go to church? No.
Okay, throw it away. bye.
All right, AKW.
Come here. Your booty's hanging out.
Yeah, I get that.
You going to bed?
I got a little. I believe it's a Mossberg. I don't even really remember, but I'm pretty sure it's a Mossberg 22 that I've had. I don't even know. I've at least since I was 15, probably before. So I probably had it close to 15 years. Who knows? I might have got it when I was 12, 10 or 12. I don't even know, but I like it. It's a perfect little trap line gun, I think. What's good about it is I can dispatch up close, or if there's something out 40, 50, 60 yards, I can still shoot it. So if I pull up to a skunk that's, in a trap, I can, stay about 30 yards away and put one in the lung and call her good. Spend money on what you love. It's how I've always been, yeah. Savage Rascal for a trapping gun. Sometimes I've thought about taking my Winchester 7 mag out for my trapline gun, but some people frown on that. Has she even like dozed off, or? I don't think so. Remington 55 too.
I'm gonna be wide awake. I know what it is. It's because she didn't go to bed until it was 2 a.m. last night.
What's that going on? She didn't really nap today either.
She's not out of her bedtime routine.
It has nothing to do with it. One night isn't a routine. But she didn't really nap today. She took like a 20-minute nap in the car.
No, she slept for over an hour.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't that long.
It took us an hour and a half to clean up. She was asleep for almost all of it.
Same pizza, I got over 10,000 into my KTM 125. Awesome. Old H&R 22 revolver. Yeah, I got a, I don't remember what it is. I want to say a Wrangler 22. I bought it for myself for my birthday last year.
You think that's your pistol? It wasn't last year. I was pregnant. Because we had the blue Jeep. Because my Jeep was in the shop.
I'm sure it was last year. Because I bought it for trapping. Not like this last February, but the February before, like a year and a half ago.
I'm talking about the one we bought at Orshland's.
Yeah.
That was in 2019. Or 2020. I was pregnant when we were driving the blue rental Jeep. Because Jacob was with us. Because we bought it and went to Happy House.
You say so.
I know so.
I don't believe you. You always say you know so.
I'll go get the box and the receipt.
Yeah, I bet. When you get into tight spots. Also super small you. Yeah, so it's like the cricket kind of single shot bolt action. Yeah. Like cricket. We got a cricket for my daughter. Has anybody got big plans for tomorrow? On my little 22, it wasn't that much. It was like a revolver. I think it's like 160, something like that. It's not too bad a gun. I like my little 22 rifle better. Oh no, I got two 22 mags. Never really tried those either. Gonna get some welding wire tomorrow and back to working on some traps in the garage. Awesome, I get that. Might go fishing. Like I said, I'm one of those guys that I'll probably wait till about a week before season to get all my traps ready. Plan is to wake up, the rest we shall see. Yeah, we'll wake up, go to church. They have church at dinner tomorrow. It's lunch at church. Then we got to go clean my mom's salon at some point. And not really any plans for the rest of the day after that. Thank God. Watershed Lake and get permission to trapping to the Baker Lake. Awesome. So Judith and Dan, do you do much like just personal line trapping like for fun, or is most of your stuff all like nuisance stuff? I think it is. Both. Fine. There's a. I don't know. I got my mom's road that I trapped last year and got. I think it was 6 coyotes on it last year. I'll probably put some traps out there again. I don't know if I will catch anything because last year it was just her house. And now on the other side of that road, there's 3 houses that they've built this year. So I don't know if there'll still be coyotes using it like they were or what. I'll probably still set it and see. Then I got another piece of property just up the road that's got a ton of coyotes. It ain't a lot of land, but there's a ton of coyotes. So it's a place that, I could probably go do every day fairly quick. It's just like I don't know, it's anywhere from 6 to 8 acre field. That's not too big. But there's a ton of coyotes that come through it from properties that are bumped up against it. So we'll see how that goes. Keep putting off making wax dirt. Yeah, I get that. Alright, PA, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, last year I made a bunch of wax dirt and was selling it on the website, but I'm just not sure I'm going to get that done this year. I mean, I do everything myself, pretty much, and it's just some things are a little too much, and that might be one thing that I just have to step back and not do this year.
Possibly has broken windows and there is a guy inside smoking.
Copy, guys.
They will still use it to put up with pets and kids. Alright, Cat, I appreciate it. You have a good night, and thanks for coming in. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be making wax stuff this year. 'Cause it just, everything else going on. That's a lot of work. I might do it. I don't have the concrete mixer like a lot of the people that make bulk amounts of it do. So and I just use peat moss on my personal one. It always does me good. But I'm gonna use Harbor Freight ones. Yeah, I thought about buying one at Harbor Freight, but I just ain't got the money for one right now. So I've thought about it a few times, but it is what it is. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. Maybe one of these days I'll be doing well enough that I can have a helper helping me do some things. Yeah, go dry some of yeah. I need to get me some tubs of peat moss ready. Get it nice and dried out. Raccoons like to play the peat moss. Yeah. Raccoons like to play with anything. Literally anything. People always say, what's the best, or what can I use to,
Called back and stated the van was gone.
I would say, what can I use to trap raccoons? And I'm like, where do you see raccoons most of the time? In your garbage. So, I mean, you can literally use anything to trap a raccoon. A raccoon and a possum, I mean, you can literally pretty much use anything. Doesn't matter if it's sweet smelling or smells like the worst thing you've ever been around your entire life. Raccoons and possums are going to be all over it. Yeah, honey bun works great. It's like I've heard some people tell me that like with skunks, one of the best baits to use for skunk is an oatmeal cream pie.
We're going to be en route to that address I gave you. I'm actually going to be en route to Shadow Lake. They're there. I'll be making contact there.
Right. Oatmeal cream pie. I've had a couple people tell me that, and they say something about oatmeal cream pies. When they put those out, they always catch skunks, like quick. Banana and egg for skunk. I've heard bananas pretty good for skunks and raccoons too. She's like that.
I don't know what she's doing.
looking at something.
Her TV's on.
She's weird. She's like jumping around in her bed. I think she's getting tired, but it's like she don't want to fall asleep. Cause she's straight up jumping around in bed. Hey KW, he's back. Saw a video and the guy was using my lures. Yeah, was it outdoors or more, or what is it?
Pizza boy?
No, outdoors or more, Nick. It's management something now. I always forget what he changed his name to.
I don't know.
Outdoors or more is management. It's on TikTok. But yeah, there's a guy on TikTok that I sponsor. He's used all my stuff for a long time now, but I just recently started sponsoring him. So I'm trying to get my name out. Sometimes that's, one of the best ways to do it. To get a little sponsors on YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that. But I can't remember. His name was Outdoors or More, and then he changed it to Management something. I don't know. The name is skipping the end of my tongue. But he's got a couple videos that have had. He has a couple videos that showcase like my lures and stuff that have had between 500,000 and a million views. So, I mean that's cool. That's awesome actually. So maybe that'll come closer to trapping season. I'll start getting some return on that. Which is, I mean, to me it doesn't really matter either way. I like the guy. Wildlife management. That's it. I knew it was outdoors and more, but he changed it to something management. Wildlife management. Like land management was on the tip of my tongue, and I was like, man, that is not right. Ton of names to take down. Yes, he does. He's got like 4 different pages or something. I don't know. But the wildlife management is his main one. So, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna try having a few more people, sponsor a few more people, help them out, and in turn it helps me out. So, but it's one of those things that I'm not just gonna jump into because I've been burned a few times on that situation, and I'm not gonna be doing it anymore. So. There's been at least 3 or 4 people that I've kind of sponsored, and then it just kind of went nowhere. My best caster lure, my Blakely's beaver lure is my best caster lure. I have another lure that has caster in it, but caster is not the main ingredient. But my Blakely's beaver lure it's a all caster lure with a thick base. And I've had quite a few people catch quite a few beaver on it. Same thing with sweet beaver. I've had a lot of people catching beaver with my sweet beaver lure. I have a guy up in New York that caught a lot of beaver with it. Almost. She will eventually. I think the little white ones down there that we used last time. Yeah. But yeah. If anybody has any questions for me, feel free to ask. I will answer to the best of my ability and knowledge. You'll like it. I know every uh, review response type thing that I've had from it is positive, so I know it's definitely helped with catching a lot of animals. Tried some castor from Maine, had no luck with it. It smells totally different. It smells just like toothpaste. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people that they'll say it's a cast lure, but they think they have to add 7 other things to it to make it great. You know what I mean? Um, I'm still a tad warm. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people when they try to make a beta lure, they want to add a whole bunch of stuff into it instead of keeping it simple. I mean, there's some things that you can add a bunch of ingredients. I have a few things that, I have a whole list of ingredients that I add into it. But some of the best baits and lures out there are, a 4 ingredient or less recipe simply because it's simple. Alright, AKW, yeah. I keep my website updated as much as I can. I try to change it up a little bit to make it look, you know, new and, well, not new, but look refreshed, I guess you could say. I try not to keep it looking the exact same for, you know, month after month after month after year kind of thing. I try to mix it up, make it look a little different. What's that? Order some dog proofs later, I think. Sounds good, Jamie. I like dog proofs. They're quick and easy and work well. Castor Blaster smells like Crest toothpaste. And I think sometimes, like with castor lures or with gland lures or whatever, there's some people that want to take like a gland lure and a food lure and they want to mix them together. So then it's just kind of odd. It's different. It's for sure different, but then it's just kind of odd. I think a lot of times stuff like that can help with that shy animal that you have. That maybe you've been running a bunch of castor or gland lure, and you have one animal that's just kind of getting close but not getting to it. If you throw that just absolute weird thing out there, sometimes you can catch that animal with it. But Yeah, for the most part, I think a lot of times simple recipes are the best. Uh, and I think in ways everything kind of needs to have its own category. Like a caster lore needs to be a caster lore. Like it doesn't need to be a caster lore and a gland lore, or a caster lore and a food lore. That's what I meant. And I feel like if that smells like toothpaste, to me that's kind of what they were going for. Was like a minty food lore, like a birch bark or something. Uh, where they maybe added some birch in with the caster, and that's why it smells that way. But that's just, I mean, my thoughts. I don't know. I've never smelt it, so I couldn't tell you. But uh, if I mean, to me, that's what it sounds like. Those ones you had on Facebook the other day, pretty good. It had like caps with them or something.
You're awful.
Huh?
You're awful.
No. Caps.
The dog proof with the cat.
Oh, yeah, those are the. I actually have some right here. It's the FB1. They're the quick set ones where you literally just pull the lever and it sets itself. Give you a good mix of beaver one from here. That's wrong scent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's very like basic. I won't say basic. Very small recipe. Because I mean, I've literally seen recipes that. I mean, there's 25 different items into this one lure or bait, and it's like, holy cow. Jamie, no. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. This pen without breaking it.
Don't break my pen.
I'm not gonna break the pen. No, the only ones that I have that come in dozens only are Duke brands. These are one of the more expensive dog proofs. If I remember right, they're $14 a piece, or I think they're $14 a piece, or like $148 a dozen. Don't hold me on that, but they are more expensive, as in a lot of the other dog proofs are like $135 to $140. These are closer to $150 a dozen, and instead of $12 a piece, they're $14. But that, I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's just because it's that quick. I mean, you just push this lever and it's set. Now this is the trigger is a push-pull. Instead of just a pull, it's a push-pull system. So a lot of people don't like that. That's not too bad. No, they're not awful, but I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, I like the Dukes and the Bridgers the best. The Diablos are also pretty good, but I have one and I feel like the spring gets weak fairly quick. And that's one thing about this. Uh, this dog proof right here, they have a very strong spring to them. like very strong. On feather lights and Z traps. So do you, Judith and Dan, you like the push pull, like the Z traps? I don't plan on putting my finger in it. You have a few dukes. I have some FB2s. I have bridgers. I have Z traps. I have dukes. So love push pull. My biggest downfall of the Freedom brand traps, which is what this is, the Freedom brand, is I don't care for the stake. Because where I live, this big flat piece of metal is not always easy to get in the ground. A lot of times I have a hard time getting it past, like right there. Because of, right there. Because of all the rock and stuff that we have in play. That's one thing I really like about the Dukes and the Bridgers, is they have a stake at the bottom. It's literally just a round rod that goes in the ground. I like that a little more than I do this flat piece of metal. Yeah, there's been people that's caught fox and dog proofs, cats and stuff like that. Alright, AKW, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in, and hope you have a good night, and I'll catch you on the next one. Radio done. Put that on the charger. Appreciate it, AKW. Yeah, this does have a stronger strain than a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of people like that, where you just squeeze it and it sets itself. I bit my finger a little bit. Yeah. So I know a lot of people said they caught feral cats in them, fox, stuff like that. You only caught one cat in the DP, didn't think it was possible. Yeah, I've never caught one. I've never caught a cat in a dog proof. The only things I've caught in dog proofs are raccoons, possums, and skunks. That's all I've ever caught in one. PA, I'll be on your video when you do it, and I'll watch you do it. Raccoons, possums, skunks, chipmunks, and mice. Yeah. I don't know. I've never used this trap before. This brand. I've never actually went out and trapped with it. But I do know, like a lot of the other dog proofs, this spring right here is probably at least twice as strong. Huh?
You didn't plug my phone.
What, 20 bucks?
No, I haven't.
There you go.
No, I don't.
It's a joke.
I
Calm
don't
down.
think she charged us for this. She owes your mom a case.
Why?
Because I told her that Ruthie wanted another case because the case that your mom bought only had 8 in it, not 14. She'll well, tell your mom, or she'll tell Betty if she wants to just come get another case because that one didn't have the full amount in it.
Well, it was supposed to be like, I think it was 6 months up to 5T, and it only had 2T and above. Like the 1T and the 18 months, or 18 months, the 1T, and all those were missing. It only had the bigger ones. So, I don't know why it was like that. Alright.
Did you leave my
Yeah.
charging block in the bedroom?
Uh,
I think so.
I think so. I don't know.
I'll text you and let you know.
Good luck with that. Jamie's telling me to do a shot of Blakely's pineapple death again. Use a Z-trap and problem drop to get rid of Norway rats that were eating wires at the car. So. I just like the spring on this one. Just honestly, it's kind of impressive. If you see them springs in there, it's kind of impressive. Hey Tanya, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Amy, what is it with you and that? I took that hot sauce to my brother-in-law's yesterday, and they wouldn't try it. He put just enough on his finger to where you could tell there was any on his finger, and licked it. And he's like, "Oh, that's not bad." And it's like, dude, I've sneezed more liquid out than that. I'm doing pretty good. I wish the weather would cool off, but other than that, I'm doing good. Could always be worse. Big weenie. I've already taken a shot of the hot sauce. I've taken a shot of the hot sauce. I've ate one of those chips with the hot sauce on it. We need rain. We had a little bit like a week ago or something, but we need more. If you could reach through the tube, you'd smash the scanner. Should have put it on a spoon and fed him like a baby. Yeah. Well, I gave him one of those chips, and he said the chip was a little too much for him. Alright, Flintlock, I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you on the next one. It's funny when I ask people, I said, "Hey, you want to try this?" Like, "Oh, pineapple? No, I don't like sweet." I'm like, "It's not that sweet." I don't know. Really good on eggs. Sweet. I haven't eaten eggs in a while. So far, that hot sauce I've here recently, haven't ate it on anything. I've just been drinking it. These people keep telling me to. 5-day muscadine hot sauce, and we use it on some sausage. Awesome. Try it on Scrabble tomorrow. You're a bad influence. Nah. Like I said, it's nowhere near the dumbest thing I've ever done. And it actually didn't even have any like bad after effects, I guess you could say. Tried dropping each eye. It's funny, actually. The extract that I used to put in it, I actually accidentally got some of that in my eye. I wasn't even thinking. I was messing with the bottle and I moved it, and like a couple minutes later, I just reached up and rubbed my eye like that, and instantly my eye like burned so bad and I couldn't open my eye. I was like, oh, this is nice. Man, where I cut my finger the other day is itching like crazy. No, it's not capsaicin. That stuff is super expensive. Nasal napalm? No, I've never even heard of it. And that capsaicin, I think I want to say an ounce of capsaicin crystals is like, I think it's like $80 or $90 for an ounce. Don't give up secret ingredients. Oh, I'm not. Bought a jar from the Pepper Palace. This is the world's strongest one. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on horseradish. I don't. Horseradish is not my thing. As me and my brother always called it, horse rash. Takes your breath away for a few seconds. Yeah. Wasabi. Yeah. Jamie, did you go get you some of those chips? Those Pringles? Oh, and what kind of chips was it you told me to get? I remember you told me it was a Takis, but I can't remember which one of those you said to get. Pocky gas pepper. I don't think they had that one. They had like 4 or 5 different ones, but I don't think they had a ghost pepper. I was looking and I was like, man, I can't remember which one it was. Same company that makes the one chip challenge. Pocky. Oh, I thought you said, okay. I see. Carolina Reaper. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not the guy that's out there looking for the hottest chip on the planet or the hottest foods on the planet to ingest. I like a decent amount of heat, and that's about it. But you can build a tolerance up for about anything over time. But yeah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and head off here for tonight. It's almost 11 o'clock. Been going for a little over 3 hours now. Appreciate everybody coming on. Hope everybody has a good day tomorrow and a good week. I'm not sure when we'll be going live. Again, it won't be Monday because we have the fire meeting. But anyway, see you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. And have a good one.